Game week predictions 9, and I can't believe who's here next to me, because the last time I saw Vooch, you were dancing down Tottenham High Street.
That's right.
What was all that about?
NFL, just covering the day with Sky, the show called Scenes. It was really fun.
Specs is on there as well.
Specs is on there, he's brilliant.
Tell me, Vooch, how many points are you going to get this week? Are you going to beat me in Thogden? Do you have the ball knowledge in the Premier League? Because I've seen you in Qatar, I've seen you covering American football, but have you been keeping up with English football?
You know what? So. I have my stories. Like, I am now really invested in Tottenham.
Tottenham fans are all liking the video. I'm going to let you set a like target now.
Yeah.
Every Tottenham fan will join you.
Let's get 6k, man.
6k likes?
6k likes. Come
6k
on,
for Vooch.
And talking of likes, don't deflect, Theo, because last week we had Liaz as the guest, 7 points. You got 8 points. Thogden get 10 points. I am smashing it this season.
He's having a good week. You may have already seen this, but go click the first link in the description. We've made a group chat on Bunches where I actually announce all my Prem predictions. I'm going to be following people back that leave their own predictions, get involved, and shouting out the correct one. So shout out to this account, that account. You did well last week, so congratulations. Now, I'll see you over there for the predictions. Let's get into this week.
4th against 16th. It's Liverpool against Everton. It's the Merseyside derby, and we love this game, don't we? But the interesting thing is, Everton are in better form than Liverpool over the last 3 games.
That's weird. And Liverpool's players are predominantly South American. You've got Luis Diaz, Alisson, Darwin Núñez, McAllister, the list goes on. And they're all travelling across different time zones, 12-hour, 13-hour flights from international break. Will they be ready on an early Saturday kickoff? Jurgen Klopp always complains about having the early kickoff, and he's got it at the worst possible time.
Well, I'll tell you what, this is a game with 22 red cards in its history. That's the most in the history of the Premier League. Isn't this one of the biggest games in world football?
I mean, yes. What I love about it, though, is that there is a friendly element. I think there's that Scouse unity.
They respect each other.
You have with Liverpool and Everton, so it's not that nasty as certain other derbies.
Yeah.
I could see a draw, but a score draw.
So you're going for...
I was going to go 2-2.
I'm going to say first half, Everton are winning 1-0, similar to the Wolves game from the last international break, first game back. But then Liverpool in the second half, they do what they always do. They're going to score 3 goals, 3-1 win. Jurgen Klopp, class.
Wow, I'm going for Liverpool 2, Everton 0. And that man, Mo Salah, is cooking right now.
Yeah, Salah captain. A lot of you will do it on FPL. I want to see a vote in the comments. Are you going Haaland or Salah? Have you got an FPL this year?
I do have an FPL.
Who's your...
Haaland's not even in my squad.
No.
I decided to play a really just left field.
Yeah.
And I haven't even included him.
So Salah's your captain, yeah?
Maddison's my captain.
Wow.
Brentford against bloody Burnley, 15th against 18th. 2 teams who are really struggling this season.
They are.
Brentford haven't won in 6. What is going wrong?
They haven't won since the first game week.
Yeah.
And this is Brentford we're talking about, a team that are usually in the top half. Thomas Frank, consistent manager. This year something's different. They are desperate for 3 points here.
Yeah, I think they're missing Tony, man.
Yeah.
The Tony suspension has hit them really hard.
Yes.
It's like a talisman. You know?
Yeah.
It's like a Mitrovic when he wasn't. You need those players when they've brought up, they've come up with you, they've been at the club, the players trust him, the fans love him. The issue with him has been, it's been a bad one for them. So I think that's the thing that they're missing.
Yeah.
And Burnley, 1 win, 1 draw, 6 defeats. Not good enough, is it?
Well, 6 of their 8 fixtures, all 6 defeats are against top 10 teams.
Yeah.
The 2 results that they did get, they picked up 4 points, and that was against lower sides. They've had a very difficult fixture list. They've conceded 20 goals, which is one of the most in the Premier League, but I think that will slowly change. Does it come this game week? I will say no, because I think Brentford will die to get 3 points here in West London. And I think they're going to sneak it 2-1, and Buemo goal and assist. If he's in your FPL, keep him.
Wow, and I'm going to go 2-1. Sorry.
We all agree. 3 all the way.
Like
Let us know in the comments if you think something different though.
AFC Bournemouth against Wolverhampton Wanderers, 19th against 14th. 2 more teams at the wrong end of the table.
Yeah.
And Bournemouth, one of the 2 teams who've not won this season. How's this going to go?
Bournemouth have been so poor. They've swallowed a difficult run and will target this match for the first victory of the season. And they did avoid defeat against Wolves back-to-back in the 22-23 season. So for Areola, his eyes are on this fixture.
Yeah.
He's got most of his squad. He's still missing Tyler Adams and Alex Scott. But the rest of the team, they know they've had some fixtures where they've been unlucky.
Bournemouth got mauled by Everton, which is really bad, isn't it, for the psyche?
Terrible.
The other thing is, Wolves have never lost at the Vitality Stadium. Will that run continue?
I think the Wolves win it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to go for a Wolves 2-1.
I actually think they're going to come away with a point. They'll have their eyes on 3 points. It will be a 1-1 draw. I think written all over it, and I know Thogden, I know what you're like, you're going to predict exactly the same. Same.
A 1-1 draw.
I knew it.
You know me too well.
I know
me too
I
well.
could predict. From now on, this video, I will predict your scores, and I bet you I'll get it. So.
Nottingham Forest against Luton Town, 13th against 17th. Two teams with survival on their mind. Theo, now Forest got a good point against Crystal Palace last week.
Yeah.
How's this going?
Well, I was at the City ground to see 10 goals.
Yes.
I saw their stadium being used during international break. England under-21s absolutely cooked. Forest, back-to-back now at home, have taken draws against Brentford and Burnley, two matches that they really need to win. Last year, their home form was immaculate. This year, something's up with Steve Cooper, and they must change it around now because they have to go to Anfield in a week.
Yeah.
I can't see them getting out of that. So, 3 points is an absolute must, 2-0 win. I think Awanoye is going to really latch onto this game and score twice. What do you think, Vuj?
Look, I'm expecting the same thing.
Yeah.
I'm expecting a 3-0. But I love Luton. I have a soft spot for Luton. I really want them to stay up this year.
Yeah.
So I'm actually going to go for a shock
1-0 win?
2-1 win.
Oh,
Wow. This is going to be Forest 1, Luton 0. It's not going to be a crapshoot, a narrow victory. Manchester City against Brighton, Hove Albion 3rd against 6th. Two of the big dogs here, but both of these teams suffering a mini blip. But you know what, Thogden? We haven't had a Thogdad fact yet.
No, you're not bringing it back.
Shall I bring one in?
Go on, do it.
Right, let's look at all the music's going
Yeah,
on.
it's happening,
You've got to sing it. I mean, you're a bit of a dancer. Of all the teams in the Big Five leagues, the most goals have come at Granada with 38 goals. The second most have come at Brighton, 37 goals. That is a Thogdad fact. So
This is going to be a cracking game.
Food.
And you talked about goals.
There's going to be goals here, aren't there, mate?
Yeah.
I'm expecting a lot of goals. Obviously, look, Man City have had a few bad results recently.
Yes.
They come back with a vengeance. After a few bad weeks, they strike. But I could see it being, for me, a 3-1.
Yeah.
3-1 to Man City.
The big difference in this game that people aren't talking about is Rodri's suspension is finished.
Thank goodness.
And when he's
My
in the
goodness.
team, City are the best team in the world. He is the difference. Pep Guardiola has never gone with 3 losses in a row. 2 have happened now. If a third happens, that'll be, I think, actually the second time it's ever happened in his managerial career. So that would be a complete shock. Erling Haaland will look to this fixture, and he'd been thinking about the whole time on his Norway trip, I need to get some more goals for City. This drought must end. So it's a good international break timing for Man City, and I think at Etihad they're going to cook. I'm going for a 5-goal thriller, 4-1 win.
Man City won 10, drawn 1 and lost 1. City to win this one, I agree, 3-1. Newcastle United against Crystal Palace, 8th against 9th. These two teams met 3 times last season, 0-0, 0-0, 0-0. So Vuj, is that going to happen again?
I think they're going to break that spell. I just think Newcastle win it.
Yeah.
I think Newcastle win it 1-0. It's going to be tight again. They're quite similar teams, but I just love Newcastle.
Have you taken into account their midfielder crisis right now? Bruno Guimaraes, very busy in Brazil, flying back. Then you've got the Longstaff brothers. I think it was Sean Longstaff. He wants to go on travelling for the whole of November.
On a gap year.
Yeah, he's taking a gap month. In
No
November.
way.
Yeah, he wants to go travelling with Matt Longstaff. So
Kind of love
you got
it.
Jonathon and Willock who are coming back from injury, but they're not fully fit yet. And then you've got Tonali, who nobody knows if he's going to play because of the current ongoing gambling situation.
Check
We
out
made
the
a video. It's going to be notified here. We went into detail on that. I don't think he's going to have much Premier League football for the rest of the year when that's settled. Now, I think they'll still come out with a win because Crystal Palace are missing Eze and Elise. They're missing all their forwards.
Crystal Palace, the last 3 games.
Yeah, they've been amazing. 3
clean
wins.
sheets. So you look at their record this season, 8 games, they've scored 7 and they've conceded 7. It's one of the best defences in the league, so this could easily be...
Roy Hodgson is
0-0.
just proving everybody wrong every year.
I'm going to get straight to it.
Yeah.
Newcastle 1, Crystal Palace 0. Low scoring.
Newcastle 2, Crystal Palace 0. But if it's a 1-0 or 0-0, I'm thinking low scoring game.
Chelsea against Arsenal, 11th against 2nd, but more importantly, it's a tasty London derby.
Yes.
Now, Chelsea last week, 5 shots on target against Burnley and 4 goals. Good result, that.
Well, I love a 5:30 Saturday fixture, and it doesn't get bigger than this because Chelsea have hit form, Arsenal are in the form of their life. It's going to be a war at Stamford Bridge.
Naturally, look, Arsenal over the last few years have been really, really good. Made some great signings this year. Chelsea are a tough watch.
They are.
I just don't know where it's going with them because they've got
Yeah.
the talent. I just don't think they've gelled.
Yeah.
Well, I watched Cole Palmer against Burnley, incredible against his old teammate James Trafford in goal. Beat him, scored a lovely goal. Raheem Sterling, excellent, took all his chances. They scored 4 goals for the first time in 71 outings, Chelsea.
Yeah.
That's the only time they scored 4 goals. I look at Caicedo and Enzo Fernandez, both did incredible in international break. Enzo Fernandez got an assist for Messi. Caicedo, unreal for Ecuador, just like on the ball, holds the shape. Like he controls that team. But I think coming back to it, I think Saka is going to be back.
Yeah.
And it's the first time we see a front three of Martinelli, Saka and Gabriel Jesus for Arsenal in this Premier League season.
So I'm going with the bookies here. I'm going to go Chelsea 1, Arsenal 2. But I think it could be a thriller.
I want to go Chelsea win.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Yeah.
I just like havoc. I like the madness. And I want Spurs to win the league. So I'm going to go Chelsea winning 2-1.
I'm going to go for a 2-2 draw.
Sheffield United, bottom of the league against Manchester United, 10th in the league. But more importantly, this is Yorkshire against Lancashire. This is an old school derby. So, Vooge, put you on the spot here. Yorkshire or Lancashire?
I'll go Lancashire.
Hey, I like this guy. I always like this guy.
I can't comment. I was born in Yorkshire and I support a Lancashire club. I love Sheffield. I think it's a brilliant place and it'll be a shame to see them get relegated. Bramall Lane, the atmosphere there on their day. You should go to a Sheffield derby and see it. I haven't even been, but the videos look insane from it.
This could be my Rory Jennings moment.
Yeah,
but I'm saying that Højlund will not make it at Man United and will look back on his years. He was an overpriced flop. That's what I think will happen. I don't see the magic. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong.
And you're going to be wrong first game week in. He's going to cook here.
Yeah.
It's going to be the story of Marcus Rashford and Rasmus Højlund both scoring 1, and Sheffield United are going to lose 0-2 at home. What do you think, Vooch?
I'm going to draw. I just think Sheffield United, they're going to be extra fired up not to be embarrassed again. Atmosphere, you know how he's at Bramall Lane.
I genuinely believe that there's a draw that Eric Ten Hag there'll be real questions.
I'm going to go Sheffield United 1, Manchester United
2. Yeah.
Aston Villa against West Ham United, 5th against 7th. Two teams who are having fantastic seasons. And I think I'm right here. Aston Villa's last 10 games at home, they've won them all. I think. Tell me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, they're incredible. And with Unai Emery, you don't know what's going to turn up. They might get battered or they might win by about 6 goals. I think this will be high scoring. I think this game opens up. West Ham at home would be different. But with it being in front of that whole 10 at Villa Park, I just see them scoring 3. Moussa Diaby and Ollie Watkins scoring for England against Australia.
Yeah.
They're both on form. They're both on fire. They've got nearly a fully fit team. There's no doubts to me that probably Villa get 3 points here. I'm going to go straight to it. 3-2 win.
I've got a little soft spot for West Ham since their Conference League final.
Triumph.
Yes.
I was there watching it. I had a great time with it. I felt like I hammered that day. I'm going to go West Ham.
Yeah.
2-1.
2-1.
Yeah.
Wait.
I just think Antonio does a little naughty 90th minute winner.
This is going to be 2-1 to Aston Villa.
Ooh.
It's going to be a narrow victory for the home team. It's Tottenham Hotspur Football Club, top of the league. I repeat, top of the league against Fulham in 12th place. Now, Vooge, you like both of these teams, don't you?
I do like both. Fulham, obviously last season,
Yeah.
I was really following them. Well, 2 seasons because of Vitro, obviously gone to Al Hilal. That's my new Saudi team. However, Tottenham 4-0.
4-0, yeah.
4-0.
All guns blazing. They're going to look at the Chelsea Arsenal result. They're going to go. This is our opportunity to make some space between first, second, third.
Wow, and I tell you what a great time to live in North London. Spurs and Arsenal,
Smashing.
best form in the league, first and second.
I actually think this will be a sleepy 2-0 win. It's that sort of 60th minute, you sat in the seat and you're kind of napping off, busy weekend, had a few beers. I reckon the job's done and Fulham have no chance. I worry for Fulham this year, actually.
Yeah, and I agree with the margin of victory. I think Spurs are going to get 3, Fulham 1.
That is it, Vooch. You're an absolute legend,
Thank you,
mate.
appreciate
Good luck
it.
to
What a
Liverpool,
legend.
Tottenham,
And
Fulham,
and Al Hilal.
Al Hilal.
And Red
Yeah.
Star Belgrade.
Super. And let's smash 6,000 likes. Enjoy your weekend and have a good one. Take care. Otherwise, we're beating
See ya.
Northampton. Come on, bye.